The MUHC is mourning the death of Dr. Balfour Mount. Dr. Mount is widely recognized as the father of palliative care in Canada. He opened Canada's first hospice ward at the Royal Victoria Hospital in 1974 and coined the term palliative. Dr. Mount passed away in the palliative care unit that now bears his name on September 25th at the age of 86. And joining me now is Dr. Lucy O'Patterney, President and Executive Director of the MUHC. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
So what will you remember, first of all, of Dr. Mount?
Dr. Mount was one of those MUHC luminaries, truly visionary in terms of what he did for palliative care, not only at the MUHC with opening the first ever palliative care unit, but subsequently really spreading that across North America. It's quite rare, the individual who has that amount of impact in medicine.
What was end-of-life care like before Dr. Mount pioneered palliative care?
He saw that there were treatments, but there was also unintended distress among patients near the end of life, neglect, and he really sought to have a unit where those symptoms were addressed towards the end of life. And quite frankly, those remain incredibly relevant even today.
So what was his theory of end-of-life care? What should it be like?
Well, he really wanted an approach on symptoms, on interdisciplinary, really looking at the whole person in terms of their needs, symptom-wise, psychologically, really, how it is that their place in themselves as part of a family and part of society. And so an approach for symptom control and well-being was something that was truly important to him in the context of illness and end of life.
And what's the status of palliative care now in Quebec? His legacy, but are we giving it enough attention, enough resources for it to live up to what he intended it to be?
Well, fortunately, palliative care now, there are palliative care homes, there are wards, inpatient, outpatient, at the four corners of the province. And yet, I think it's important that we still, reflect and see how to better address the needs of people as they approach end of life, in terms of making sure that we're not just thinking about the latest and greatest interventions and treatments, but we really see the person as a whole, and that we make sure that the symptoms that they have, their psyche, how they are in general, are also approached and treated and addressed in a multidisciplinary fashion.
And as I alluded to earlier, the Palliative Care Centre at the Royal Vic now bears the name of Dr. Balfour Mount. How did he feel about being a patient there himself, and what does that mean to all of you who work at the MUHC?
Well, I'm not sure I could speak for Dr. Mount, but certainly isn't it so incredible, and it was so special for all of us, both of those people that treated him there and us that knew him and knew of him, that he did in fact pass away at the unit that bears his name.
All right, Dr. Lucy O'Patterney, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.